shirts lit. I don't trust this motherfucker,
What is going on YouTube? So I just finished doing the rear brakes on Big Rambo. As you may or may not know, some people don't watch Rambo videos. As you may know, I've been having a like metal on metal sound in this truck for the past I don't know, maybe month or two. I don't drive it that much no more unless we're gonna do a trip. But the last trip we took was Tail of the Dragon, and it didn't make that noise then. It started when we were back in the NC, like months later, probably back in like November or so. And I thought it was the brakes. I changed the front ones. No, nothing was wrong with the front pads at all. They were like brand new. I changed the driver's side rear one a few minutes ago. Nothing wrong with them. They looked really good. So I was starting to get worried. I was like, damn, it might be this rear end. It might be like, I just knew, which I've been thinking about it, guys. And I think what I'm gonna do this year, first and foremost, my motor is pretty clapped, but she is hanging on, bro. And we just did that water pump on it. And I just feel confident that this thing has another year in it, especially we keep the oil changes done with the Royal Purple and just keep on top of making sure it's got oil in it, everything like that. I think we can make it another year. So I believe I'm gonna shift from changing the whole motor. And I think what I really wanna do this year is I wanna do this rear end, man. I really wanna have this thing redone with like a tall 460 or 470, whatever, something of that range. I think it's got 410s in it now. But guys, every time I pick these 35s up, I am instantly reminded of just how freaking heavy they are. This thing is a freaking tank. And I'm amazed, guys, like truly amazed that this truck is able to not only carry itself, but a trailer and a car through the mountains like that. Like, it's amazing. And if any of you ever picked up a tire like this, I know the tire's big. It's a 35. It's not normal, like a normal size, even though 35s are kind of small these days. But what make this thing so freaking heavy, I think, is the fact that the 2500 wheels are like a steel. This is a steel wheel. And I feel like if I find me some aluminum ones, that'll probably shave about 50 pounds or so off each corner. So that'll be like a 200-pound rotating mass savings. So I feel like that's one thing I want to try to do. I would like to keep 17s, but if I could find a decent upgrade, like maybe like the Lamonte, like the newer style, like a 12 or 14 style 2500 wheel, those I think are 18s or 20s. So I don't want to get rid of these tires, bro. They are still like brand new. But push come to shove, I could sell this as a set or sell the tires by themselves and pretty much get enough money to where I should just be able to add to it and get whatever new tires I need to go on the wheels that I choose. But nonetheless, those are two things I really want to do. I want to change these wheels over to some aluminum ones to save weight, and I want to gear this rear end the fuck up. Like, I really want to go up higher. I don't care about like highway mileage. I don't care if my RPMs is at, 3,500 or 4,000, whatever. Like, that's where this V8 likes to pull. And I just feel like as the way I tow, I think it would just benefit this truck a whole lot. Right now, if I'm running about 65-ish, this thing is at like 1,800 RPM. And when I first had it with the stock wheels on it, it would run around like 28. Like it was right in that peak horsepower. So like, man, climbing hills and stuff, I can have cruise control on, no issues. Now with the wheels like climbing hills, even with no trailer, it'll drop back gears and stuff. So I think that'll really help this thing out. And I feel like that might be the move this year. So I know a lot of people don't care. You're probably not even gonna comment on this, but if you do comment, let me know your thoughts on that, man. I really think the regearing will probably help. Maybe we'll do a transmission flush if I feel safe enough to do it. I don't have any issues right now with this transmission, and I feel like maybe that's the time to do it, because some people say if you wait till it's slipping, changing fluids and stuff ain't gonna help it. And then some people say if it ain't hurt, don't touch it. And it really is not hurt, but I feel like I need to do some preventative maintenance on that. So I don't know, boys, it's a lot going on. But anyway, I got to this last passenger corner and I take the wheel off and I'm seeing metal shavings everywhere, right? It's just little bits of sparkly metal everywhere. So I'm like, all right, it's definitely this side. Well, I get to the back pad, bro, look at this thing. It is cooked, bro. Do y'all see that? That thing is cooked, my guy. Like, I ate clean into the metal material of the brake pad. The pad itself is mounted to, like, the metal bracket, bro. And this rotor on this side is freaking cooked on the inside. Like, it has shaved that shit clean the fuck down. I called around, I can't really find anything. The one that could come tomorrow, they want like $160 for that thing. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is, I don't really wanna buy new rotors for this, but I might have to. I know O'Reilly said they could get me one rotor for $80. But why would I spend $80 for one if I can get a whole, like a pair off Amazon, eBay for like 100, 120? So the value is just better. And I haven't checked Rock Auto yet, so I might check them. But yeah, I threw this thing back together with just the brand new pad that I bought. If it eats it up, it eats it up. I'm not gonna drive it that much between now and I can get a rotor. But I do wanna check Marketplace. If I can find a junk one of these, maybe pick up a good like used rotor for a couple bucks. I feel like that'll be the move, because I really, all three other rotors are like mint, bro. And I really don't wanna change it, man. So that's just a little update, man. I done talked for 7 minutes already, bro. I'm sorry, I know y'all don't like me talking. I like talking. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck out. I gotta change the oil on Nisha's Tahoe. Hopefully that'll bump that oil pressure up some. And then after that, we can jump on to what today's video is supposed to be about, which is the F20B swap CG Harley. We got to try to get that bumper fitted. So let me get some stuff done. I'll get back to you when we jump on that car. Ain't nothing a little sandpaper won't do. I had to clean that terminal off again on the battery. It got like some type of like black coating. I don't know what that mess was. Maybe it's corrosion, or I don't know, but it's not like the white acidy looking corrosion. It's like, it looked like black tar, and I had to sand the post off, and I sand the terminal itself, and it, yeah, on that positive side, it fired right up. She needs a good leg stretching. And it definitely needs a good coat of paint, so. She's smooth though. So guys, we got the car in the shop, obviously, and this is a 2001 to 2002, I think, front bumper, and 98, 99 are the same. They're like how my trap was, which is what this is. This is a 99, mine is a 98. I think in 2000, they switched a little bit. They changed up the styling of the car just a touch. And that's where we have these rear bumpers from. and the rear tail lights, not the bumper, the rear trunk and the tail lights on both my car and hers came off a 2000 to 2002. You can see it's got a nice little factory spoiler built into the trunk, and the tail lights are a little bit different. So again, these tail lights in this trunk came off of a 2000 to 2002 Accord. You can't use the tail lights, the inner portions right here on these cars unless you switch the whole trunk too. So that's what we did to make these tail lights work in hers, and then I end up reciprocating it on Trap. And that's why we got these off tail body lines that people keep talking about in every video. We probably could massage it, but I ain't never cared enough. I need to try to straighten it out a little bit though. From what I can tell, this front bumper should fit up to this car pretty smoothly. The only differences that I noticed are the mount here in the front. It changes just a little bit, as you can see. See how this one got like that little standout part where this is flat all the way across. But other than that, the rest of the setup looks to be identical. So I'm hoping all I have to change is this little bar in the front, and this bumper should fit up to it. Now there's gonna be a little bit of differences to the hoods. I know this because my Trap has a 2000 front hood on it, but it's got a 98, 99 bumper, and so the alignment spots for the hood and the bumper aren't quite there, but I'm hoping this will work enough, just like Trap, to actually work. And then this car will be pretty much complete, and all we have to do is sand the whole thing down with like some 320 grit, and then prime this baby, sand it again with 600, and then shoot color on it and clear it, and we should be golden with this car. This car is gonna be so much nicer than Trap just because of the fact that there is no wrap on this car at all. This is just paint. So I already know, like when I hit this thing with the DA, with that 320, it's gonna smooth everything right out. Then we'll seal it with some primer and hit that with like a 600 grit. And then from there, man, we can just shoot coats of paint on it, and this thing is gonna be done. Like it's not gonna take us no time. We really could do this in a week, maybe a weekend even, just depending on how long I let it sit between the primer and the paint phase and whatnot. But yeah, this is gonna happen eventually, but for now, we gotta go ahead and try to get this bumper mounted. So I'm gonna set you guys up, and we'll pull that little bracket off, switch them out, and hopefully things line up. I also kept the little foam padding for the middle piece, just in case they were different. And yeah, we're gonna try it out and see. Not too bad. Not that bad at all, bro. So what I think I'm gonna try to do now is I might check the tire pressures. They have been sitting for a minute, and then maybe we'll take this thing out for a little drive, stretch his legs some, and then we can go ahead and close this video out. Really solid running car, man. And every time I don't drive it, I forget about all the stuff that I've done to this thing, like to make it better. I mean, I forgot that we done a transmission in this thing. So now it don't do that weird grinding stuff when you go to third. I forgot about all of that, man. I mean, she's smooth, but this thing is like butter. So much when it comes to this car. Like, it's really a solid car, man, for real. Only thing we're gonna do is get that paint job done, and yeah, this thing should definitely be ready to ride. This thing should definitely be ready to ride after that. Got a pretty clean engine bay. It's got an F20B JDM motor in it, VTECs. It's got a smooth shifting Accord transmission in it. So yeah, it doesn't have quite the acceleration that it could if it had a Prelude trans, but I mean, it's a 2.0 liter motor, and you put this thing on the highway, I mean, she'll drive. It's got the crackle tune. I forgot this thing had the crackle, guys. Like, that's how little we drive this car. I be forgetting everything. This joke be popping. I gotta set the GoPro up at the pipe one day so y'all can see this, bro. This shit be popping, boy. Here she goes, boys. Parked back in her little hiding spot. Side trap. Everybody's happy, bro. Everybody is happy. So this is pretty much gonna wrap this video up. I know I didn't do a lot, but we did bring this thing out. It needed it, and we did get that bumper mounted. So that's one more step towards getting this thing painted, and one less thing that we gotta do, even though we're gonna probably have to take it back off anyway to paint it, but we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, if you like this car and if you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, because I have the F20B swap CG, H23A swap CG, turbo F23 swap CB7, F23A swap CD5, one Civic, and there's another Civic in the shop. So if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe, stick around, because Hondas is something I really enjoy, and I'm gonna keep on doing it until I can't do it anymore. So that being said, guys, that's gonna do it. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, guys, respect all bills. Peace out.